Welcome to Copper Cross Farms. I know I got a little bit of a cold, so I'm starting to sound a little raspy here. So what we're going to do is just kind of give you an idea of what we're going to be doing in our next adventure. And that is cleaning out some of the weed trees, or what we call brush. I call them weed trees, they call them trash trees. So I worked with DJ and CJ, their brothers out of Reed Farms, and they're going to come with their excavators and start really cleaning up a lot of the woods that you see behind me. A lot of these trees, some nice ones we'll keep, and some of this other brush and things like that we'll definitely get rid of. They'll pile it up out there in the field. We'll burn it. I'll mulch a lot of it just to try to get some bedding for the goats and pigs and the dairy cow that we'll be getting once spring comes. Right now we are the 6th of December. No, January. This is 2025, and we're getting ready to plant our homestead out here. As you see in the background, there's some cars and things like that we're going to try to get rid of and just kind of haul to the scrap yard. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This is the family homestead. We had this starting probably 1923, I believe it was. So we're going to actually get rid of a lot of this brush and trees. I thought I would try to get goats to try to get a lot of this taken care of, but when CJ suggested that, hey, we can easily take care of this with a type of mower and plow this stuff down, we will be able to get it done quickly. And it's just another little minor step in what they can do with this. Once we get this all taken care of, it'll look a lot nicer here, back to the way it used to look when my great uncle Art used to live here. I remember coming out here with my dad and just seeing what he was doing. But this was actually the family farm at one time, and as you can see, it's been really overgrown. They would really like, CJ and DJ would really like to try to get a lot of these trees out of here, because basically, if you see right behind me, they just kind of grew out, and they're out 12 feet from where they used to grow crops, right back out here. That's better. It's cold. It's about 24 degrees outside right now, and so we're getting ready to do this probably within the next week or two. And as you can tell, there is a lot of brush. Nice thing is, when you have a heavy equipment operator that can come out and do a lot of this, it saves a lot of time. Yes, there is a little bit of a cost to it, but the nice thing, two things to think about, is that not only does it save a lot of time, but also potential injury. I mean, you're looking at some of these trees, none of them are really super huge. They just grew up in the fence, so they're gonna take out the fence. We're gonna put some posts and some nice poly fence out here, because we have about 3 acres with the homestead out here. This is the farmland that they've been working on for the last couple of years. We have a total of 20 acres back there. As you can tell, that is basically wetlands. We have a lot of crops. They usually do a corn, soybean alternating, but eventually we'll be coming out here building a barn-dominium. Barn-dominium will be way back over there. So we have a plot. This is kind of like, if you think about it, is like a small lowercase h is the way this is laid out with the cropland that we're going to actually use. We'll have the barn-dominium back there. We'll have the pool. We'll have our garden in the back there toward the ditch. Over here, right behind me, we're going to build the paddocks for the cows. We'll have a couple beef cows. The idea is to try to be self-sustaining. Anything over what we need will be going to the kids. I have 11 grandkids. I got 6 kids. So a lot of anything overgrown will go to them. I know one's in California. Hey, that's why we have overnight shipping. We'll ship some farm fresh eggs out to California so they can actually eat some good stuff. Without all the GMOs, all the chemicals, all that kind of stuff. Back here, As you can tell back there, that's where we deer hunt. That's where Maxon got his first deer this year in 2024, November, opening day of firearm season. He got a nice little button buck that kind of came across the Johnson grass back there. That was Saturday, and then Sunday we didn't see anything, and so he stayed with me on Monday. Did a little field trip with Papa out here in the woods, and he got another button buck. So he got some really good meat for the freezer. But so all of that, right back here, you can see that we have a shed. I'll be able to store a lot of the mulch back there. I do have a John Deere 2020 that I purchased to try to haul a lot of that mulch around. That was one of my big purchases there. And the second thing I purchased, because of the amount of woods that we do have here and getting this all cleaned up, is a chipper. Because that's one good way to produce our own mulch and bedding for the cows, and just a couple pigs and the goats, and we'll have sheep, and we'll gain or grow some rabbits. Those are the things that I think we'll start with, but we're going to start small. We're going to start just with the chickens and the rabbits. I haven't been on a farm since I was born, so this is going to be something fun. I always wanted to be a veterinarian because I love animals. I used to raise gerbils. I know they're small, but when you have a small little bedroom, we'd raise gerbils for the pet shops in the area. And so I always loved having animals. I always had a dog. So we will be doing a lot of the cleaning up of the family farm, and then getting back here again. It's going to be called Copper Cross Farms, LLC, and we'll be doing a lot of work, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be an adventure. It's going to be something that we can build memories with the kids and have a lot to do with that, because that is one of the things that is my driving ambition, is to produce memories with the grandkids. That's why we did the reenacting, why we do the hunting. It's just to give them things to say, hey, you know, I remember doing this with Papa, and I remember doing this with Papa. So that's the only legacy I have. Not one of the smartest cookies in the cookie jar. Not really rich or anything in that well to pass along a lot of finances. But we do have the family farm that's been around for quite some time. My dad came out here and had a lot of fun doing the things that he did. His time away to do some tinkering. So I just want to kind of carry that on, because I probably would say I'm most like my dad in regards to my personality and my drive and the things I like. One time my dad told me that he never had an enemy. Never had an enemy. And that just shows what his soft heart was. I guess I got that because I really don't have any enemies. But, hey, that's just a side note about the family that I came from. As you see, we have a lot of stuff to get rid of. We got 3 tractor trailers here. We got a number of cars that have to be squashed and taken away. Unfortunately, I'm 60 years old right now. Probably got a good, we'll say 40 years left. So I had a grandfather that lived to 102, so it might be in the blood. And if you have good living, eat well, you can last a long time. One of the things I always got to do is always got to, you know, have something to do. And that'll keep you busy. Well, that's the farm. That's the farmhouse right back here with me. And that's another project. All right. Out with Copper Cross Trade. Oh, Copper Cross Trading. That's our reenacting business, which is part of Casper's Coin and Jewelry. We just take it back to the 18th century, 17th century, and do items that you would have back in the 1790s. So we have Copper Cross Trading, Casper's Coin and Jewelry, and now Copper Cross Farms. Take care.